Hello everyone, welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're going to be doing another open tag response to John over at Thrifty Kniffy's tag. It's Super Sack Saturday. Very simple to do, show us a Swiss Army knife on a Saturday. And we've got a really cool one for you today, one that I've only sort of the last couple of weeks come across. And it was sold to me by Dan over at Blade Bridge Customs. Great guy, has Instagram presence under the same name and a website as well under Blade Bridge. He's moving from customs into the more picking up the older models online and bringing them to us here in the UK, and he's doing them at such fair prices, so make sure you check out his website. And I actually picked this up from one of the first batches he had, and we're going to be taking a look at an exclusive that was only available in America, and it's the Victorinox 84mm Electrician. Now this is a Radio Shack exclusive. It was only sold through them, and unfortunately they're no longer around. And it does actually only have a US model number as well, which is 57921. So the 84mm then equates to right about the about 3¼ inches closed. You can see it comes in the standard red cellar door. Now these are available in red, I believe black, with the Radio Shack sort of logo on there or sort of advertising, but you could have got them in this sort of plain red, and I hope I can find one day with the Radio Shack text on it, but this one is absolutely fantastic as well, and it's in such good condition. It's, as far as I can tell, it's definitely not been used. You can see the standard 84mm pattern here, no keyring, so it's nice and smooth all the way around. On the externals then, we have that Victorinox shield, wonderfully inlaid in the cellar door, really smooth, done perfectly. We also have the tweezers on the front here. And then on the back, we get the toothpick as well. You can see it has the notch on the side there to hold it into the scales. And then the back tool on this is actually the Phillips screwdriver. You can get really nice torque on stuff when you're using it like this. You can see that there. Can't see any sort of user marks on this at all. Even the screwdriver, it looks like it's come straight from factory. And if it has been used, very, very lightly. Really nice snap on that, and this came to me wonderfully clean, so Dan does a fantastic job of refurbing them as well before he brings them to you, so that the ones you will get will be pretty much in immaculate condition. You can see it's a one layer. We have the 84mm main blade, and you can see, looking at the blade there, let me just wipe my fingerprints off. You can see that I can't find any use on this at all. You can see that there, wonderful edge, looks to be factory edge as well. I can't see any sort of resharpening attempts on this. You can see we have the Victorinox Switzerland stainless Rostfry with the larger V, and then on the back you can see we have the Officer Swiss with the crossbow and the bolt touching the crossbow. 84mm main blade then, we're looking at a size of pretty much bang on 2½ inches with a cutting edge of just over 2, so we say 2.1. Standard sort of Victorinox finish on the blade as well, that sort of tumbled polished finish. Nice clean nail nick, and of course no swedging you'll get on a Victorinox. Nice and light this one as well, being only a one layer. Pull on this then, about a 5½, get to about 6 here, into about 6½, and then a really nice snap on the lockup. Really sort of comfortable on the hand using these knives. All Victorinox knives, they do them so well. Easy on the open, but then harder to close, which is something that I really like to see. And then for me, what really sells this is something that's really very special. You get the electrician's blade from the 93mm Electrician on the back of this. See, we have the edge there on this side, and then the edge on the reverse there as well, and of course that chisel ground wire stripper. Really nice sort of electrician's blade, a sort of sheep's foot style blade. Nice little nail nick at the top. Really wonderful, and this is one I'm so glad to pick up. It's going to be a nice addition to the collection. Hope I can actually find some packaging online somewhere. That would be really cool to pick up. But slowly working my way through collecting as many of the Victorinox as I can. Nice snap on that as well. About a 5½ on the pull, again into about 6½, maybe nearly a 7 when you get near the sort of nearly full open position. and then a really nice snap in the open position too. But just a really cool model, one that I'm so glad to pick up. I've never seen any of these about before. As soon as Dan sort of sent it to me, I was like, yeah, I need that straight away. Looking up some information on SACWiki as well. Obviously, it generally tells them if they're like desirable or not, and these seem to be desirable with collectors. So again, fantastic for me. Radio Shack exclusive then, as I mentioned. You could have had the plain red scales, which this one is, and I believe there was a black scales with their sort of logo on it as well. But just fantastic that this one has stood the test of time. Someone's kept it nice, and I've managed to pick myself up a really nice collection piece. See, it's one layer, it's nice and thin as well. So you've got less than half an inch on width, and then the full sort of width this way is about 0.9 of an inch with that sort of the blade sticking out. But even with the electrician's blade there, it's nice and comfortable on the hand. That sort of crest there fits nicely between your two middle fingers, really comfortable. And then when that main blade's in, pretty much the same as any other Victorinox, you get them between the front two fingers there. Even in like a pull grip, really comfortable. So make sure you're checking out Dan over at Blade Bridge Customs. He's got some really exciting stuff coming. He actually sent me a teaser video yesterday of some of the new sort of stock he's got in, and some of them are really cool. I'm going to have to pick myself up some more, but I will put the link to his website and his Instagram in the description of this video. But once again, please make sure you're checking these guys out. John does a fantastic job with his reviews. Dan has some fantastic knives coming out for sale. So really hope you enjoyed this review, guys. It's the 84mm Electrician, the Radio Shack exclusive, and the US model number was 57921. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.